Curve run is one of those runs where you are pretending like you're making a run to receive the ball, but you're actually creating a space and getting out of the offside line. Curve run makes the opposition get caught off guard because you're making more of a diagonal run rather than running behind the opposition's defenders. And this really confuses the defenders whether who is going to mark you there, who's going to be tracking you back so you don't get into those threatening zones with the ball. This run makes the oppositions follow you. Instead of making a run behind, you are not getting caught off that offside line. You are making those specific runs to pull the center backs with you and open up a space for your winger, for your attacking midfielder to get in behind to receive the ball. And the good part about it, if they are not following you when you are making the curve runs, now you can receive the ball. So you are creating these many little options for your each teammate to receive the ball. Curve run also allows you to gain momentum, which you are receiving the ball when you already have some speed. Doesn't matter if you're naturally a slow player or faster player, when you have the momentum, you're naturally faster than the opposition. When you are making a run already, that you have the momentum and you're gonna be able to get to the ball quicker than the opposition to receive the ball. One of the most important ways to achieve a successful curve run is actually to know when exactly you need to be making this run. You can't make the run when the ball is already played to you. You have to have started. Whether your teammate is gonna pass it to you or not, you have to make that run. So you are the option. If you make the run after the ball is being played, the opposition already knows where that ball is going to. Let's say your center back or your center mid has the ball, they just lifted their head up, didn't even get to point to pass the ball, but that's exactly when you need to make these runs. Doesn't matter it's a curve run or running behind, you already have to be making the run to be able to get the best out of your runs. Being able to start that momentum before the center backs directing you in any direction is so important. Then we get to the run number 2, which is the checking runs. And checking runs simply means you have the center back behind you, or you have the fullback behind you. As a striker, you can't make a turn and run as you are aligned with the center backs or with the fullbacks. So you have to make a move forward first, couple steps forward. So the center backs comes with you, but remember, you know what you're gonna do. They don't know what you're gonna do yet. You come forward couple steps and then make a very sharp turn and then go in behind. First of all, this is gonna break the offside line as well as it will catch the opposition off foot, so you are turning quicker, even though if you're a slower player. Trust me, if you come few steps forward, you're not gonna get caught offside. Whoever turns first gets there first. You cannot allow the center back to dictate what you're gonna do. The key part to this run, you have to start tight to the center back or a fullback, whoever is behind you. If they're not tight to you, then there's no point you coming a couple of steps forward. So you have to first, when your center back or center mid has the ball, you have to get really tight to the opposition. You have to have the opposition right here, feeling you. You know that the opposition is right there. Now you can make a fake run forward, 2-3 steps forward, and then make sure the opposition is following you there. And as soon as they are following you forward, now you turn back and go in behind. Because if there's a meter or two in between you and the center backs, this run is not gonna work. Then you're gonna have to find different options. Most likely you're gonna have to receive the ball and play it back until next time this opportunity comes. And now we get to the most important part that we talked in the beginning, the stretching and inviting. A striker's job is to stretch the opposition's defensive line as far back as possible, that you're carrying the offside line as close to the opposition's net. How do you achieve this? So sometimes the defenders will naturally want to follow you back because they don't want anybody behind them. They want to see what's going on. So they want to have the striker right in front of them, and you are controlling it as a striker. So you want to make a move backwards. Doesn't matter if it's an offside line or not. You're making the defenders as uncomfortable as possible while dropping back behind the center backs. You're offside, yes, that's fine, but make sure you're making them uncomfortable and you're trying to stretch them. If they don't follow you, that's fine, but you're trying the right thing. The more you can stretch the opposition towards their own net, the closer the offside line is towards their net. If they're following you, great, you're achieving what you're doing. And when you do this, you're inviting more teammates over. Your wingers can come up higher, your center midfielders, your attacking midfielders can come up higher, and now you have more numbers closer to the opposition net. That's your job, to be able to stretch the defenders as far as possible. From their strikers to their center backs, you need to make that distance as long as possible, which allows you as a striker to be able to get your teammates up, and now you can actually make those curve runs, you can actually make those check runs to be able to run in behind, get into a position to receive the ball more comfortably. And we get to the last part. How do you make a run inside the 18 so you can find the ball and score the goals? As we said, with these checking runs, the opposition is not following you behind very tight, then you get to receive the ball in the 2/3 of the field and pass it back. And as soon as you make that pass to your center midfielders or attacking midfielders, now you passed it and now you go in behind. Doesn't matter you're offside or not, because preferably a center mid or attacking mid will want to find the wingers. Otherwise, if they want to find you directly, then you're not outnumbering the opposition in the 18. So they need to be looking to feed your wingers first, so your wingers can feed you in the 18. Your goal is to outnumber the opposition. If you run in the 18 right away without receiving the ball first and laying it off to your center midfielder or your attacking midfielder, you're never gonna be able to outnumber the opposition in the 18. When you receive the ball as a striker, your back turn, now you're delaying it. You are delaying so you can get more players in the 18 with you when your winger has the ball out wide. Your goal is to have your winger have the ball, then you and the opposite side's winger can get in the 18 to score and find those opportunities. The more players you have in the 18, the more space you're gonna have, because not everybody is gonna be dealing with you. Some will be going and dealing with your opposite side's winger, or some will be dealing with the attacking midfielders,